greatest cover-up in religious history. First, in 1517, Vatican officials secretly commissioned Michelangelo to paint over existing frescoes, showing Black Jesus with European features. They literally whitewashed centuries of accurate biblical art. Second, Protestant churches were required to burn all artwork depicting Jesus with woolly hair and bronze skin to receive tax-exempt status. Third, Sunday school materials were completely redesigned to feature only European biblical figures, despite Middle Eastern and African geography. Fourth, church historians were instructed to remove all references to Jesus' actual appearance from biblical commentaries and theological texts. Modern churches still receive federal subsidies for displaying whitewashed Jesus imagery while being penalized for showing historically accurate depictions. Fifth, internal church documents prove over 10,000 pieces of religious art showing Black Jesus were destroyed or altered between 1500 and 1900. Church officials coordinated the largest religious cover-up in history to hide that Jesus and the original Hebrews were Black people. They prevented Black Christians from recognizing their true. Here are 5 things you didn't know about the great.
All right. Shalom, this is Brother Tazabah from the GMS Birmingham camp. I want to start out by giving all glory, infinite praises to Yahweh Shemi Awashai. Double honors to my apostles and the elders at Great Millstone that teach and that rule well, and salutations unto the Akim throughout the 4 corners that are putting their life on the line week in and week out. I just wanted to come real quick. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. All right, because it's evident, man. Anybody that's preaching a white Jesus, they're receiving a 501c3. So that means, or if they're preaching anything outside of Yahweh Shah, according to religion, when it comes to the Bible, you can receive tax exemption status as long as you allow the government to dictate what you can and can't teach. All right, I'm gonna just go here real quick. This lesson ain't gonna be too long. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? It ain't the Chinaman, Moab. It ain't Japhet, the so-called Polynesian people, the islanders. All right. It isn't Ammon, the so-called Japanese man. Who's going throughout the planet Earth and he's claiming to be everyone. He's everywhere at all time, but he's never the bad guy. First, but who's going out and saying that his God, the only begotten Son, of the Creator of Yahweh, the only begotten Son is a so-called white man, which we know that as a bold-faced lie, man. Who's doing that? It's the so-called white man, but he covered the faces of the judges thereof. Who are the judges? You so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indians. He covered the faces of the judges. That's why he went throughout the planet Earth doing what? Exactly what the video told you. He went through repainting everything, knocking off noses, paying scholars to teach false doctrines. All right, and he went throughout the earth. And the scriptures say, tell us this. I'm going to go here real quick. All right. And I'm going to just read through Psalms 83. I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consorted consulted against thy hidden ones. You see, the hidden ones, those are the judges, those covered faces. All right. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation. And that's what they did. And how did they cut us off from being a nation? By not allowing us to know who we truly are, which are the Israelites of the scriptures, man. All right. It says, they have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. Yeah, so they all agreed upon this. That's why they show you at the end of it, it was all the nations on the planet, man. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gebal, Ammon, and Amalek. and the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. You see? So the scriptures done told us who made the tumult. Everyone came against us in this lie, man. All right, let's go here. This is Maccabees. This is First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 48, and it says, and this is why he went throughout through the 1500s up into the 1900s. What? Doing iconoclasm. All right. First Maccabees 3 and 48. It says, and laid open the book of the law, and this is during the time of Alexander the Crete or the Greek. All right, during the time of the Hellenization of the Jews. All right, verse 48, and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. You see, so the heathen. Hey, who did you see it? It's simple, man. It's still the dominating image and icon in the minds of the Israelites and majority of these heathens on the planet, man. This so-called blonde-haired, blue-eyed Jesus, man. All right. But it's just, yeah, this was just a quick hit, man. It's just simple. All the East Side's laws are being, lies are being uncovered, man. This man is being made naked. But with that, that's all I had through the Spirit. Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to end out by giving our glory, infinite praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the one that's to my apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. To the next time, Shalom.